Hi and welcome to session 3 in our Getting Focus for Running and Fitness. Today is the first of our Friday sessions, which we're going to do along the lines of mobility. And today we're going to start from the ground up and focus on feet and toes. Primarily we're going to take you through some toe yoga and a few things you can do to help with foot strength and mobility and flexibility. So Kim's going to take us through this and explain a bit more about what we're going to do.
Okay, so your feet are obviously the base of everything. It's where everything starts, whether you're walking or running. So we need to have strong, mobile, flexible feet. A lot of the time we don't because they're encased in shoes. So actually what's happening at the moment is a really good opportunity to spend a lot of time without shoes on your feet. So you might be used to going to work, having to look smart in sort of constricted, maybe narrow shoes or shoes with a little heel. Even if you're not, we wear shoes all the time because we have to, because outside you can't really walk around with bare feet without getting stabbed or standing in dog poo. So this is a really good chance for you to just paddle around your house with nothing in your feet or socks on and start to get your feet stronger just incidentally. So what sometimes happens with feet, and what's happened with mine, you might be able to see, I don't know, is that my toes are kind of curved around like that. So I've got this issue where I have blisters and horrible toenails on these little toes because they're so squashed in because I've been wearing shoes all my life. Jason's not so much for some reason. I've never understood that, because I've worn narrower shoes. But that causes an issue for me, especially as I roll out when I run as well. So because I roll out when I run, my toes are just squishing in all the time. So what we've been doing a lot lately is trying to counter this by doing some toe yoga. A lot of the foot exercises you might be given for other issues, and they're not saying these aren't good exercises, but they often encourage you to work your toes in this direction. So you might be told to pick up a towel off the floor by scrunching your toes. That obviously strengthens your toes in that direction. But what we want for running and walking is to get our toes strengthened in the other direction. So we want to get this good toe off from our big toe. That's what this is for. And a lot of the time it just sits there doing nothing. So we want to be able to build that strength and build that force through our big toes so that we can get everything working as it should in your foot. So you can get that power and stability. For trail running especially, you want to be able to use your whole foot on the floor and be able to have it move and roll and fix itself and right itself in a way that's going to be supportive of the rest of your body. So if you squish them up all the time, they're not going to have the chance to do that. So this is what we have been doing lately. It's a steep learning curve, but once you get it, you kind of fly. So this is toe yoga. So what we're looking to do is isolate your big toe. So with our hands are much more dexterous, obviously, we use them a lot more. So it's really easy to do that with your hands. With your feet, not so much. So what we want to do, first of all, actually a good exercise to do that I haven't told Jason to do is to try and put your toes down one at a time, starting from your little toe.
That's a bit advanced.
So see if
that's the advanced stage. We'll come on to that.
Come on to that in a minute. So the first step then, and this is something that you can do anywhere. It doesn't take special equipment or anything. So you're trying to get your big toe separate from the rest of your toes. So you want to lift your big toe up and push the other toes into the ground. You do have to concentrate quite hard to do it. And then you go in the other direction. So you're going to push your big toe into the ground and lift your other toes up. You can see Jason's toes immediately want to start clawing and pushing down because that's not what they're used to. There's probably not a lot of pressure in this toe when he's doing it, so the more you can work on that, the stronger this big toe will get and the more used to being pushed into the ground it will become. So you can do this. We're going to suggest sort of as many times a day as you want, really, but if you do 5 on each variation, so 5 pushing your toe down, and then 5 pulling it up.
Oh, so alternate.
Yeah. So big toe up is 1, big toe down is 1. Big toe up is 2, 2. Oh.
Kim's actually beasting me with toes now.
So you can do that anyway. You can do it sitting down. You can do it standing up. Standing up is good because then you get the full pressure through your big toe. You can do it while the kettle's boiling, while you're watching TV, while you're brushing your teeth. That takes some brain work.
If you suffer with cramps in your feet and your toes as well, then this is all the more reason why this is a good thing to do. I get that quite a lot. So this is one of the things that I've been doing to try and work on that. You'll also start to feel this up through the foot and maybe up into your shins as well. So this will help with any tendonitis issues and things like that you might get. So it's all part of that movement through the foot.
Even though we're isolating the foot and isolating the big toe, your body is one big moving part, isn't it? So the more you can work on the ground, the more that's going to translate up into the rest of your body as well.
Don't worry if you're finding this really hard, which I did do when I first started, and I still do. Once I get going, it's all right. But it's amazing how quickly, if you just persevere with it a little bit, how quickly you'll get better at this.
And honestly, when you first start, you're staring at your feet, willing them to do something, and they just don't move.
It's like that scene, if you've seen Kill Bill, where she's been asleep, unconscious for a long time, and then she's laid in the back of the truck trying to get her toes to move. It feels like that. Like, move your big toe, god damn it.
And if you are really struggling, you can just use your hands to help. Just so you know what it feels like, just hold your feet down and do it that way. And then hold your big toe down and do it the other way. Like anything, like squatting to a chair, this isn't cheating, this is just getting you started and learning what it feels like. Okay. What's
the next one?
The other thing that you can, so putting your toes down one at a time. So this is, it's kind of a yoga thing actually for grounding your feet. So when you set yourself up to stand up in yoga, it's a really good practice just to put your toes down one at a time, starting from your little toe and moving inwards. And again, it takes practice, but it's about isolating each individual toe.
You can make whatever faces you like as well.
Yeah.
That's fine. Just don't dribble on your feet.
Well, you can in the safety of your own home. No one's watching, are they? You're not putting that on YouTube. The other thing you can do, just if you do have tight feet, and you might find if you're spending more time barefoot, you might find that your feet are feeling a bit tight, and you just need to loosen them off a little bit. You can get these spiky little balls, or you can use any hard ball, to be honest, like a golf ball, lacrosse ball. I don't know how many people play lacrosse in this country. A hockey ball, cricket ball. You can use a can. It's quite nice to put a tin can in the fridge and then use it first thing in the morning. It's nice and cold on your feet. But you basically can just use this and roll it up and down your foot. So roll it under your instep to really loosen off your arch. You can roll it right onto your heel, which is quite nice because that gets tighter actually than I think a lot of people realise.
I think everyone's got different tight bits. For me, I usually get a tight bit around the end of my toes there. So I might just find, it's like when you're doing normal rolling, if you find a tight bit, just sit it on there and just work it ever so slightly. So you're not writhing it up and down like this, because you could do some damage there. So it's just gently feeling for any tight bits.
And again, you don't have to spend dedicated time on this. I do this when I'm sort of taking my vitamins in the morning. I'm just standing at the kitchen counter. I just spend a few minutes rolling the ball.
Okay. Feels nice.
Yeah, it does.
And then you're going to pick the ball up afterwards and do it back.
Thanks.
Okay. Anything else?
I don't think so.
Cool.
So that's your job for this next few days, is to try and get some toe yoga in when you can. And if you can make it into a little habit, like I said, when you're boiling the kettle or doing some cooking or something like that, it's really easy to do just standing at any point. It doesn't take anything out of you, doesn't take any kit. So it's a nice little exercise to do and to learn. It's quite satisfying once you've got it nailed as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great. So let us know how you get on. If you find that really hard, or if you find it easy, or if you've got some more advanced movements that you want to share with us, let us know how it goes. And on Sunday, we're going to do a session on podcasts and interesting books. So we'll focus on one or two of each, and hopefully that'll give you something that you can go away and look at yourselves as well. Please, if you enjoyed this, subscribe to the YouTube channel, because that's where all of this will get uploaded to, and let us know how you get on. Thanks for tuning in.